Hi, this is Miranda Priestley. This is my office. We're gonna talk about today's video. It's really important for me, so let's go. When I first watched the movie, I started dreaming of having a collection of Vogue magazines, and then I looked at the price and they were too expensive to have a huge collection of, so I let that go, obviously, real quick. I only have like 5 magazines of them, but that's not the point. The point is, I have been obsessed with that magazine, Runway, which is supposed to be Vogue. Ever since I was 10 years old, I started strutting, dreaming of having Chanel boots, hating on Nate, which now that I read the comment he made about not being invited to the second movie, I feel kind of sad about it, but not really. Before we go to the movie theater, I had to start by picking out my outfit because it's a huge deal. Even Anne Hathaway said that. So let's go and look at the other Butter picking out her outfit. Thank you, Butter, and welcome, Butter the second, who is going to show you what I will be wearing. However, this is a little bit awkward because, spoiler alert, I filmed this after I already went thrifting for the second part, so I will be using some of the clothes that I already found thrifting, which is not very ideal. I know this is kind of poor production, but whatever. I've always thought that May isn't that hot as a month, okay? At least here in Canada. So maybe this outfit isn't that realistic for me because I feel like I'm gonna freeze to death, but I'm gonna try to put it on. As you can see behind me, I have this rack of clothing that I regret buying a little bit because it can only fit in this corner. It's taller than the ceiling, so it's gonna stay here for a while. This is a backless shirt, and it's very Y2K. I don't know if you can see it, but it's simple. It's just like I thrifted this a while ago, and it's like basic, right? I like it. This is gonna be the shirt, very basic. But show them. I went with the color black because I didn't want to pop out too much at the movie theater, or else I would have chosen to go in a fur coat, which I don't mind that, but still. I wanted to go with a color that is so simple yet could be elegant. Moving on, the shorts. Well, I thrifted this a while ago and I really love it so much because it's cutesy. And then 1 month after, I found its little sister waiting for me, and now I have both of them. However, I'm gonna be going with this, also black. What a shocker. These shorts look like they're very short and they would show my ass cheeks, however they don't, and that's a huge plus because I don't like when my ass cheeks are out, personally. They're very simple, they're very elegant, I don't know, they're just cutesy pies. Nothing more to say about them. I couldn't really go to a movie about fashion talking about brands and designers without wearing designer shoes. And yes, these are my Fendi boots. I thought they were vintage. They really are not. They really are not vintage at all. Also black. Guys, I'm going very quirky with this look, okay? Black on black. Who did that before? I mean, they're basic, but they're designer, so I'm still on theme. Now accessories, and I have for you this necklace. I like it a lot because it reminds me of Andy season 1, movie 1. Let's call it a season at this point. It reminds me of what she would wear, and yeah, it was $3 fucking, so why not? I added other accessories such as bangles, a ring, my watch that I'm wearing right now. I got it for $1. $1. I've never heard anybody say $1 in my life. It doesn't work. Maybe I just need to change the battery, but I have never in my life used the watch for its fundamental purpose, which is checking the time. It's just like a bracelet, a wrist accessory. So yeah. And finally, we have my black and white checkered coat, because who am I kidding? Obviously, I'm gonna need a coat, okay? It's downstairs, I don't have it on this rack, and I am not about to go downstairs again. I'm tired of going up the stairs. Sorry. But yeah, I thrifted this coat on this channel and I've really grown to love it. I am gonna be using a bag, however, I don't want to spoil it just like I did with the thrifting section, because you'll see. And I am fully aware that my clothes seem to be a little— Oh girl, stop talking, I'm ready, let's go. Oh my god, what? I still am talking. Well, we have to go if we want to be there 2 hours in advance. Well, what more? You just have to wait, I have more to say, baby. Okay. Stay there. Anyways, I am fully aware that the outfits that I'm picking out, the one outfit, but what are you talking about? The outfit that I'm picking out is very outdated. It's reminiscent of The Devil Wears Prada that came out in 2006. And I've seen the trailer, I've seen the way the characters are dressed up. They're keeping up with our fashion in this day and age. So I may look kind of stupid showing up like that, but what can I say? I'm very nostalgic. I want to dress up like Andy did, which is not even close with whatever I picked, so I'm just lying out of my ass right now. But still, I want to kind of look like that. And maybe in 10 years, I will dress up the way the characters are dressed up in this movie. I don't know. But yeah, thank you. Now that we have our outfit picked out, we shall go and find other outfits. We're going to thrift because that's what this day is all about, I guess. More consumerism. I like acting like this is my office. This is not my office. This is a hotel. I'm not staying in here actually. We need to leave right now. Yes, I'm at a value village. Where else would I go? Everybody else knows me. All the small thrift shops, the owners recognize me, and I'm feeling embarrassed. So enough. I do not have any high hopes to what I could find in here, but I came here at 10 a.m. They just opened, so I better find something good. I'm getting pissed off because every time I like shoe and I pick it up, it's Aldo. Like, look at this. It's fucking Aldo. It's time for a try-on. There's not much. Believe me, sorry if I gave you false hopes. Let's go. First of all, I found this shirt that I have literally a billion of. Nothing new. It doesn't feel very welcoming for the new movie that I've been waiting for literal years, so I'm real disappointed with that. This shirt, I found that it kind of looks like Issey Miyake. If I'm not pronouncing that right, but it looks like it. It's very ill-fitting. And then we got this shirt that I don't even know why I picked it up. I would never wear this. This is for someone with a huge torso, not a huge, a tall torso, a long torso, which I don't have. So I don't know. I don't know if you guys get the same feeling, but sometimes I get the ick while thrifting because I look at something cool and I'm like, wow, and then I remember that somebody had it in their closet and got sick of it and they were like, ugh, I'm gonna get rid of you. And now I'm like thirsting over this discarded thing. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. This may be, there may be something psychologically wrong with me. Okay, let me explain. I only put this in my cart because I saw the outfits Emily Blunt was wearing in the movie during the shooting. And I was like, well, I guess I could wear something like hers, but now that I'm looking at it, my heart could never let me. But also it's dynamite. So, no, the only thing that I'm really happy about is this shorts. Because I already have the gray pair of it at home, so I'm really happy about this one. It is vintage dynamite, which turns me into a liar and a hypocrite for discarding the other dynamite shirt, but it's vintage. Lastly, I got this, I don't know, don't ask. Oh, not lastly, I was lying. I found this dress, but then I was like, no, this is not me. It's gorgeous, but I'm gonna put it for someone who would definitely love it. And then I found these shoes that I really liked. They're Aldo, of course. Everything in here seems to be Aldo, but doesn't this look like Versace or like Chanel kind of? I don't know what I'm talking about, but it does look like it. So I'm gonna get them because they're very cheap. How much? How much were they? $12. So I really like them. I found this, which is the most simple necklace I found so far, and I feel like it fits. So I'm gonna get this one. How much is it? $4. Lovely. All right. Oh. I found a bunch of books and I'll show you in the Uber. And it's here, ooh, a BMW, right on theme. Sex and the City, it is in French. I have never watched Sex and the City, but it is something that I'm planning on watching next. I thought it looked cool. I found this book about rock and roll and honestly I only bought it because it looks like a newspaper article. And I do want to learn about music. I did not do great with the thrifting today, but that's I guess okay, because that's not really the goal. I found cool shorts and I'm gonna wear them. Well, since I'm already doing way too much for someone who's just going to see a newly released movie, I thought, well, I might as well go the full mile and do a whole lot more. And by that I mean, you know how in every single movie the characters tend to eat something throughout the day? Yes, I will not be eating popcorn like a normal person, unfortunately. I will be stanking up the whole theater with my onion bagel.
Did someone eat an onion bagel?
Why is it so fucking hard to find a single onion bagel? What's that about? I searched for apparently this rare item in my grocery store, multiple grocery stores actually. I went online because I thought everything your mind ever desired could be found online. Wrong. Not even on Amazon. It doesn't exist. I went to my local coffee shops, they don't have it. I even went to a specialized bagel store. Salut! En fait, on va prendre le saumon pesto. Puis j'avais une autre question. Est-ce que vous avez jamais fait des bagels à l'oignon? Genre, bagel? Ouais. OK. OK. They don't have it. And as I was angrily eating one of the best breakfast bagels I have ever had in my entire life, I thought that maybe I need to make this bagel myself. The day has come and I found a pre-screening for April 30th instead of May 1st, and the weather was sucky, to say the least. It was raining, it was cold, so I had to let go of the boots because they were so weights. Sorry for lying, okay? Not everything goes as planned. We got to the movie theater and I had my snack bag with me, and let me show you what's inside. First, obviously, I put my bagel in, and then steak, and I know you might be confused, but in the first movie, Miranda at some point asked for steak. Not really on theme, but then I added a dessert. Next, a fancy bottle of water, and finally a lipstick, because why not? And now I have my snack bag packed and ready to go. Hello, can you hear me? Well, I hope the fuck you do, because I'm in public and talking is awkward. I'm here next to a museum, something. I still don't know what this building is. My bag. I had some thoughts about the movie and I wrote them down on my iPad instead of watching the movie like a good girl. And yeah, what I wrote here is very vague, but first line is BJ Novak hate. I feel like I got a jump scare when I saw BJ Novak because I think that man is not acting. Like, I think he's taking on the same role. Like, he's not doing characters anymore. I think that's just who he is. And who he is pretty hateable. I'm not gonna lie. Like, he pissed me off a lot. So that scared me off. I started hearing The Office's theme song in my head and kind of like took me out of the experience. So that's that. And then we have a lot of references to the old movie from the first 3 minutes. Oh yeah, in the first 3 minutes of the movie, there was a guy holding two belts, one blue, one slightly bluish, and Andy passed by and just like chuckled a little bit, and I thought, okay, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of references, but at some point it felt like a lot. And I'm not saying like, okay, I feel like I'm allowing myself to be a little bit hateful because I had such high expectations. And yeah, this movie means a lot to me, so I'm gonna be a little bit judgy. It felt like too much. I wrote here, everyone's in the movie is literally cool besides Andy. I hate Andy. She's my millennial nightmare, I think. I was able to predict every chuckle, every like head shake, every cliche line before she even said it, and that pissed me off because like don't make it too cliche. I get it's like I don't get it. You know what? I don't get it. I don't get a gaslight. I don't get it. It was a lot for me. Like she was a nightmare. Oh yeah, I loved Emily Blunt. Thank fucking God she was in this movie because not only she's hilarious, I know okay, spoiler, she's kind of a villain. It's a little bit, you know, a little bit. She got her redemption arc right at the end, but she's hilarious. Like she's the only one who got it. She was like dating this idiot rich man and she was hilarious. Thank God. Like whenever she got on my screen, I just felt relief because of how Andrew kept suffocating me with her. I wrote here that I was weirded out by Miranda wearing sneakers at some point. I never thought I'd see the day that would happen. I may be wrong, okay, but I never saw her in sneakers. And also, she said a line that I think might be my favorite line. She said, "May my suicide be painless and fast." I seem to be the only one who found that funny. I seem to be the only one who let out a chuckle. Oh, I wrote here, Andy's fit, they did her dirty. What the fuck was that? Like, that was so bad. Like, Simone Ashley or Ashley Simone, she has both first, her full name is first names. Okay. Simone Ashley, she was, chef's kiss. She was amazing. The whole closet budget went into her clothes. I think I may be hating on Andy a little bit too much, but that's because she cringed the fuck out of me at the theater. I wrote here that my Italian paid off. No, it did not. I only understood like 2 words. I'm lying.
And Nigel is the mastermind, question mark. Ooh, Caleb was there. Caleb, the comedian, you know. I kept waiting for him to make a weird, inappropriate joke, but then he didn't, so I was a little bit disappointed. So I think the people told him to stick to the script and not do any changes. I wish he didn't. That would have been awesome to hear him say something cool. But yeah, and finally there was a Wisdom appearance. I saw him for 1 second in the movie. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna be so honest. The only two scenes that I feel like I loved were Miranda when she was like losing herself, and the second thing was the montages. Oh my God, they're so. You can change my mind with a couple of montages with people backstage changing clothes. You can immediately change that. Like that's so. Anyways, the montages and Miranda wandering around Italy by herself. Especially the montage. Honestly, I could just like take the Miranda scene and just keep the montages. I love them. It felt nice to see them. Yeah, that's all. There's a lot of kids behind me. I think there's school field trip, and they kept looking at me while filming this. So that's awesome. What would I rate this movie? Knowing that I've been waiting for its bitch ass for 20 years. That's a lie. I was born 23 years ago. I would have been 3 by the time it came out. So let's just say, 20 years for the vibes. I would give it a 3.5 out of 5. Mind you, the first movie to me is a 5 out of 5. I don't care about the cliches in the first movie. It fit. It was in the right time. But I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Also, Nigel's ring, if I find a picture, I'm not going to rent the movie right now because I think it's $20 to rent it because it just came out. But his ring kept distracting. It was like a bulger and not in a cute way. It was just, I don't know. 3.5, take it or leave it. Thank you. And folks, that concludes my video. I hope you've had a good time watching this video. I'm sorry that I've been absent for almost 2 months. Genuinely, the only reason I can give you is that I got so fucking sick of the winter and of the snow that I decided, no, I'm not posting any other video until it gets better. And it did. It's still kind of cold, but it did. I'm standing right here because I was walking and this guy kind of a little bit reminded me of Irv, the guy who died in the movie. So in commemoration, is that the word? In commemoration to him, to his memory and loving memory of Irv and this guy, Robert. Yeah, thank you for watching. No, they're not stealing my phone. Not today. I saw you guys.